All right, so many of you are starting off in the wrong direction. You're making the wrong decision when it comes down to your surety bond. And yes, we should all be focused on price. Price is very important as it pertains to the surety bond. I think it can really make or break you when it comes down to what you pay for surety bonds. I see people pay upwards of $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, some even $10,000 for a surety bond. That is a gigantic mistake in my opinion. A surety bond, you should be looking to pay in the neighborhood of $3,000 and less. As a matter of fact, I would be more comfortable with a surety bond in the neighborhood of $2,800 and less now, because you have a lot of providers in the space, so the competition is much better, much greater for surety bond providers now, so those prices have come down. With that said, price is not, I'll repeat that again, price is not the only thing that you should be concerned about. You should be taking a look at who provides your surety bond. Is this a reputable surety bond provider? How long have they provided surety bonds, right? Because what happens is surety bond is it's like a kind of an insurance in a sense, right? If you go out and you have an accident in your car, your insurance comes in and they pay for that accident and you continue to pay your insurance like you always have. Well, it's a little bit different with a surety bond. Let's just say, for example, your carrier comes in and they file a claim against your surety bond because you didn't pay them. Let's say that claim was for $5,000. Well, what's supposed to happen is that surety bond provider comes in and they do an investigation to make sure that it's a legitimate claim. And then they go out and pay that claim. Here is the deal. If they pay a claim, more than likely, your surety bond will be canceled. And also, here's the kicker. You, as a surety bond holder, have to come back and pay that claim back. You see, the surety bond just doesn't come out and say, oh, I'm going to pay the claim, and then you just keep paying your surety bond like you always have. No, you are going to have to pay that $5,000 back to the surety bond provider for them paying that claim. So this is why it's really important to have a legitimate, reputable surety bond provider. Because sometimes what happens is with a provider that is not up to snuff, don't really understand the process and how it works, they will come in and go ahead and pay a claim without doing the proper investigation, and you are left holding the bag. So it's not a good idea just to focus on the surety bond price. We get tunnel vision and we get so focused on surety bond price that we don't see anything else. I am going to highly encourage you to make sure you do your due diligence on the surety bond provider that you decide to work with, because that is a very important decision that could impact your business moving forward, could cause you some serious issues. So here's what I want to do for you today. I'm going to connect you with my surety bond provider. I've had a couple of surety bond providers since I've been in the space over the last 8 years, but there's one that stands above all of the rest. The person that understands how the process works, that has the patience to sit down and talk you through what it is that you have, and in the event that something happens, these are the steps that will be taken. She is very thorough and understands how surety bonds work. I want to connect you with her because I feel like that's going to give you the best chance to get started in the right direction. And the first thing that we want to do with a freight brokerage is get off to a good start. That's really important. So my surety bond provider is a lady named Kimberley LIGHTCAP, and I'm going to leave her information in the description box, and you can contact her directly, or you can give me a buzz. We can give us a call at 470-427-2711, or shoot us an email at info@alliancelogistics.net, and we will make the connection with you. We'll introduce you to the surety bond provider via email. That way you can start talking with her and find out what is it that you're going to be looking at as far as a surety bond, get a better understanding of the process, get what the price is going to be, and then you can make an informed decision instead of making a decision in the dark. So that's what I wanted to give to you really quickly today. Make sure you get off to the best start by getting the right surety bond. If you're interested in learning more about the freight broker business, I'll leave a free link in the description. It's my 5-video series, and it takes you through the process of watching me move loads so you can get a better understanding of how this business works before you come into it. And then if you want to learn more about how we go out and find customers, find shippers, I'll leave that video right here. Until the next time, I wish you the very best in your life and business. See you all the way at the top of the mountain, because the bottom is much too crowded.